everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and we are getting into The Bear Season 2 Episode 1 today. But before we do, if you all can drop a like and make sure to comment when you're done watching the reaction, I'd really appreciate it because I'm trying to grow the channel and it gets it out there in the YouTube algorithm the more you engage, so I'd really appreciate that. Now, Season 2, we're starting Season 2 of The Bear. Season 1, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but I felt like, strangely enough, and this is very uncommon. Geez, that thing was loud. Sorry for that. Yeah, this is very uncommon for me because usually I'm really good. Like when I watch anything, I pick up details pretty well, but for some reason, I thought Carmy and Michael were twins. It took me a while for me to figure out Richie's marital status, even though he said it in the first episode that he's going through a divorce. That completely slipped my head. Carmy was Carney at one point. You know, we were going to the circus with him. And it took me a while to figure out that John Berthel's character was Mikey. Like, it took me, like, I don't know what was going on with me with the first season, but little details just went over my head in that one. But shout out to Mikey for leaving a lot of money. And it's real funny going back and looking at the first episode. Like, he ended the episode throwing that can away. If he had just opened the can, he would have found the money, and so much of the problems we got in the first season would have never happened if he had just, if Richie had just put the letter down and left it there on the office desk and not put it back behind the damn cabinet. Or if he just made the spaghetti like Richie told him to, we would have found that money. And he threw away that can, which means he threw away the money that was in that can too. Ciao. Anyways, let's see. We're getting into Season 2 and we're going to see what Carney's going to do. Carney. Did I call him Carney again? Carmy. Oh my God. Why do I keep wanting to call this man Carney? Carmy. We're going to see what Carmy's going to do with all that money. He better upgrade. First, he needs to make sure he's not in debt. Like, start, tackling some of this debt that's hanging over you. Upgrade the restaurant slowly, implement shit, get everything rolling. Like, let's make this shit professional. Let's start, fancying up the place a bit. Let's get this going. I can't wait to see what he does with all this money. Anyways, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to. Who's that? A parent? A grandparent? Oh, Marcus. He's such a sweetheart. Well, that was an opening. Very somber one.
Pack, it's a facelift, it's not a gut.
Bear, it is a facelift and a gut.
He's not wrong, Jeff.
Hey, how's my budget looking?
Great.
Not good.
Shitty.
Fridge is still fucked with gas on it.
Fryer is fucked. The fryer is fucked. That's $5K right there. Fryer.
Shit fryer, and then another 10 for the correct fryer, and the oven is scary. That's another 10.
Oh God, y'all gonna blow through this real quick.
We're at 80. 90. I was gonna say 90. Okay.
So AC,
yes.
HVAC.
So we are at.
Why don't y'all do this incrementally, right?
Okay.
Also, if still don't see the drywall on there.
Yes, right. No, Richie's brother-in-law. He's gonna do the drywall. Actually, cousin.
Is he qualified?
You need a project manager.
Okay, you're hired.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Sid.
Nat.
Yeah,
No,
he wrote it on a piece of a pizza box. Oh hell no. Yeah, this should be done incrementally.
Cousin, can you call Sal? I need a drywall estimate.
13.
13 what for what?
That'll be his drywall estimate. Yo, you ever think about purpose?
I love you, but I do not have time for this, right?
Richie is going through a change. Make time. Look, yes, good. Yes, good, Carmy. Look at that. I'm loving the growth.
I'm reading a lot. I'm trying to learn about who am I, to my history, No skills, no personality, nothing.
You got skill, you have personality.
And he's got this group of friends that he's had since he's a little kid. And they're outgrowing him, like. I mean, you know what the fuck you're doing, you know? You love all this shit. It's fun for you. I don't have that.
We can find you a space.
I'm afraid one day I'm gonna wake up and you guys are all just gonna cut. No. Just drop this ass.
Carmy, you promised to never drop him.
Richie, I'm not gonna drop this ass.
This ass?
It's just not fun for me.
Yeah, but you love it.
That doesn't make it fun.
This shit is not fun for you, cousin. What the fuck is fun for you?
Good question.
We're gonna have to get the good for the new Jeff.
New Jeff?
If Carmy is the executive chef and you're the CDC, you're the new Carmy. We need a new Sydney.
You can be the new Sydney.
I mean, look at this shit. Half of these pots are burnt on one side.
Well, you know, it's always about the craftsperson, not the tools.
Tools matter at some point.
Maybe we can barkeeper's friend some of them.
Science, baby.
Well, do you want a little more science?
Always. I love learning this shit.
Okay, well,
I love her smile.
corner.
Corner.
Yeah. You.
Not gonna stab each other.
Yo, Nat, what was that great idea we had the other day?
What I said to write down?
Yeah.
I don't suppose you wrote it down.
No.
No.
Sydney asked me to be project manager.
Really? That's interesting. What did you say?
That it was interesting and that I'd think about it.
We need a project manager?
I don't.
Yes, yes, we do. Very much so. Yes. Everybody is food certified except for Ibra, who just needs to be renewed, and Richie, who actually has never done it because
Richie.
City of Chicago consultant.
Right.
We need them to approve all of our
They're
new
getting
business paperwork, and then they'll
official.
send a rep, and that rep will sign off on another rep. Different rep.
How many reps is that?
Many, a lot of reps, yeah. But it's gonna be okay, you know. All we have to do is just stay
One step at a
calm and make
time.
sure that
Get up!
Sydney!
What kind of insurance coverage do we have for people falling through the fucking wall?
Really good kind, where you pray they don't.
What the?
Why'd you
Was
tear
that
Fenway?
wall?
Why did I tear Fenway?
It's been there for 5 years.
Did they put that
A,
there
fuck the
because the
Red
wall was
Sox,
soft?
And B, what has it been hiding for
Hey,
5
that's-
years?
Yeah, exactly. What was going on behind that wall?
That's the result of some failed Jewish lightning.
Yo.
What?
What? That's what it's called.
No, we're not doing that. I'd like to add it to the list, please.
There was a time when Mikey was maybe on some shit, and he thought that if this place were to...
Insurance fraud! Oh my god!
Cousin, you do me a favor and get the paint from the crawl space?
I'm on the operating table right now, cousin.
Purpose, chef.
Oh, taping up Fenway.
There's a hole in the wall.
Yeah, I heard.
I love them all so much.
There's not enough money.
Never is. Where do you get more?
We are not selling. What the fuck is that? Is that my head? Nope. What the fuck now? Oh my god. This is never ending. This is a shit show.
From a place of wanting to start fresh and clean. I love this place.
What's blaring?
We want to do high-level dining and hospitality and beverages, and we can and we will.
We drafted a quick term sheet that specifically lays out not only our business prospectus, but an execution guide.
Are we supposed to just ignore the blaring?
Richard, will you turn that fucking thing off, please? What the fuck are we doing here? What's going on? What are you doing?
That literally sounds like our alarm anytime the alarm goes off because someone forgets to turn it off before they open the door.
You wanted to open a restaurant with me.
How the fuck do you know?
Because we found your money.
Excuse
Didn't put
me?
it in the bank, did he?
No, he
No.
definitely didn't put it in the bank.
Hey, Richie, could you please turn that goddamn motherfucking thing off? It's making me insane. How's it not making you insane?
I don't
I
mind.
got earplugs.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, because, you know, I can't fucking hear correctly. Not only are you not giving me back the original $300,000 you owe me, but
Nope.
you were also asking me for an additional $500,000.
Yeah.
You throw a rock, you hit 5 great restaurants.
We're going to be better. This is going to be an excellent restaurant. And I know that because we're going to get a star.
Sid,
Carm,
fuck stars.
let's get a star.
Oh, thank fucking
Thank
God.
Fuck.
Okay, so
Yeah, bitch. They're so fucking. I finally got the comedy.
can I tell you a story about complete and utter failure?
We don't pay you back by the end of 18 months, and it is yours.
What's mine?
All of it. The building and the lot.
18 months.
Jimmy, I wasn't gonna tell you about the money, but we need more, okay? And we need a partner, and that is the truth. What do you say?
Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy gonna do it. He never said no to Mikey.
How long did it take you to open?
That is a great question.
Well, I mean, you know, great partners ask great questions.
Okay, Jimmy! Jimmy! Let's go, Jimmy!
Okay, we're gonna have to find people that want to learn, which is gonna be impossible.
No, Tina said she loves learning.
Tina, hey, sorry.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something, and you can totally say no. It might be completely insane.
I
but
can stay later.
Yeah, it was just about earlier. If you know, you were talking about the new Sue, and I guess.
Oh, yeah,
this
I
is-
can ask around. I just don't know anybody off the top
No,
of my
no, no.
head.
Tina, I'm asking
You.
you if you would, I don't know, if you want to be my Jeff or whatever.
Yes, yes! Oh, I love them so much! Oh my god!
Oh, fuck. Oh, Christ, you're very strong. You're very, very strong. That's cool.
Tina, my love!
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff.
Okay. Night.
Her smile is gorgeous. I adore her so much. It's amazing how much I've gone from season 1 to here. Oh my god. I adore her. Move, Sydney. Tina's taking your spot. So you just sit. Why are you? Put that away. Well, he got a new idea. Is he? Is he gonna get them all chef jacket thingies?
Yo!
6 months is too long.
We need to open this shit ASAP.
Oh, they came back. Oh, they're all crazy, and I love it. Everybody had the same idea. Every second counts. This might have been my favorite episode. This episode's hilarious. Okay, so that was the first episode of season 2, and we're kind of picking up where we left off, just a tad bit, like maybe a bit of a time jump, just like maybe like 2 weeks or so. But either way, this has to be my favorite episode of The Bear. Well, the season 1 finale is really good. This one is right there, like right up on its ass. Oh, this episode probably had the most comedy out of any of the episodes. Like the hilarity from Richie. Speaking of Richie, I do want to say I'm loving the character growth and the arc that Richie seems to be on. And I also love the growth that Carmy showed when he said, you know, you know, he was like, no, I'm not in the mood to talk about the thing. We go upstairs, everybody's like, you know what, let's talk about the thing, let's have it out. And Richie gives him, you know, the whole analogy, and he kind of says, you know, I'm not going to abandon you, I'm always going to be here for you. Like, I hope Richie finds his place in the restaurant, and I think he will. I think the show wants to give Richie time to grow and figure out where he'll fit in all of this, because I do think it's a very smart idea to kind of sort of pressure, not necessarily pressure Richie, but give him time to feel the pressure building. Like, it's not happening all of a sudden. It's slowly been happening since season 1, and Sydney's come in and Carmy's come in. You've kind of felt Richie fighting back throughout the first season, but then towards the latter half of the first season, you saw him kind of coming to a reckoning that things are changing and he doesn't want to get left behind, and that was always kind of his fear. And so we saw him kind of grapple with the passing of Mikey and his guilt and all of that in towards like the last couple of episodes of season 1, and now he's kind of not going to say his mortality, but his place in all of this, where he's at in his life, being 45, feeling like he was the one who got left behind and everyone has their own thing and he's just kind of there, and eventually everyone will leave him. And I do really like the questioning Richie's going through, the existential provocative thoughts that he's having. Like, I really do like where we're going with Richie. And speaking of another character that's like grown, is Tina. Oh my god, I remember in season 1 when she was hiding the knives, messing with Sydney, just doing a whole bunch of extra shit that was just not my vibe. And then seeing her, like, there was a moment in season 1 where she kind of expected Sydney to kind of get on her, but she didn't, and Sydney kind of gave her like her props, like it was a good job, she did her work. And I don't know why, it made me tear up to see Tina like get shocked and then kind of like get happy and take pride in herself, and now seeing this and her willingness to learn. And I just love the growth of Tina as well as her relationship with Sydney. Tina might be becoming my favorite. Now, another person in the restaurant is Marcus. We started off this episode with him, with the Palmer's cocoa butter, honey. Listen, it's not the lotion kind, but I've got my Palmer's cocoa butter right here. I relate. Anyways, just seeing him in that moment taking care, I don't know who that is. I don't know if it's his grandmother, his mother, his aunt, whoever it is. To him, I really do love the care that he was showing. He's such a sweetheart. And I did notice he was giving Sydney like a look in the kitchen when she was asking if he needed anything. He seemed to like, I think he might be sweet on Sydney. I don't know how Sydney stands with him, but I do definitely get like, he's sweet on her. Like, he may have like a little bit of a crush. I don't know where Sydney stands with all of it, but I do think I'm getting like just a little bit of crushing vibes on Marcus's end. But I'm really excited for Carmy's plans for the restaurant. Hopefully they go well. They probably won't, but shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy's family. Jimmy is, I don't want to call Jimmy a bank account, but he is God sent, okay? Like, I remember I dragged the shit out of Jimmy in the beginning of season 1 when he came to collecting that $300,000. I'm like, sir. But Jimmy, a real one. It's so interesting how my opinion of a lot of these characters have just shifted and evolved. I love that. I feel like so often my feelings towards characters, they don't really change. They kind of stay stagnant. Like, a lot of the times the vibe you get from a character, like, how can I put it? A lot of TV shows and movies, less so. I feel like TV shows are more susceptible to this than movies, but they kind of put a character in front of you, and it's not necessarily about showing their growth and their changes. It's about kind of masking who they really are and uncovering it. Not to say that this isn't doing that on some level, but it's more so bringing out their potential, whereas they'll introduce a character and there's a lot of mystery around who they are, and you're trying to figure out who they are and the reveals of their secrets, and you just kind of like they don't grow in a good way. It's not a positive direction of growth. It's always a negative one. And this is such a refreshing show where the growth is so positive. It's so joyous. It's so funny. It's so hopeful. Like, I'm loving it. Like, it's so refreshing. Like, like, listen, it has its sad moments, absolutely, but for the most part, it's the character growth and the arcs and the progression is mostly positive. I'm so used to TV shows where the character growth is negative and sad and tragic, and it's like, why did I even devote my time to you? You're breaking my heart type vibes. Like, that's usually what I have the mic off. Sorry if you heard my computer just ding. Anyways, I love this first episode. It's arguably my favorite one. The season 1 finale is really, really close. That opening monologue that Jeremy Allen White did was just so captivating, and that to me is what keeps the season 1 finale like right there. Like, his performance was so memorable and nerve-wracking, and yet it I want to talk about that. I feel like I didn't give the due diligence of that scene well enough. Like, I think I talked about it enough, but I'm going to talk about it even more here because he's such a talent. Jeremy Allen White is such a talent. That opening monologue he did in the season 1 finale, like, it's like it draws you in because it's a level of openness that is so disturbing, but at the same time, it pushes you away because it's a disturbing level of openness. Like, you know when people get really open with you and there's a like, I don't know if you ever feel grateful in your life when someone opens up to you, but there is a gratitude you feel there when someone's willing to open up to you. It really speaks volumes towards the relationship you cultivate with that person. I felt like Carmy was cultivating a relationship with the audience. Like, the writers were having him build a relationship with us, and then he felt safe enough to open up to us as the audience about his inner thoughts. Like, he was finally there and he opened up, and it pulls you in, but at the same time it pushes you away because there's just this uncomfortable level of honesty about such feelings. And I don't know, Jeremy Allen White's performance in that moment was gorgeous, and it stays with me, and even though I feel like I love this episode as a whole more than I did the season 1 finale, I just can't let go of that performance. It was absolutely brilliant. I think I would end here. I'd say thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all for episode 2. Take care.